Hello, today we're going to be talking about my recent order from Devinah and we're going to be swatching all of those goodies on my eyes. I just posted a video not too long ago about my whole Devinah collection. I just did arm swatches in that video because it was kind of a lot, but we have 9 shadows today, so I think my eyelids can handle that. I mentioned in that video that I was making this order, that I really wanted the Moonscapes collection, so I did get the Moonscapes collection ignore these, but so I did get the Moonscapes collection along with Fairy Fire, Twinkle Toots, and Sprinkle Whips? Is that what it's called? Rain Tarts. Is there a different one, Sprinkle Whips, or did I just make that up? There's only so many naughty candy names, I think. But I'm really excited about them. The questions that I'm most curious about, especially for the Moonscapes collection, is was it stupid of me to buy all of them? The thing with Devinah collections is like they sell them as individuals or as a bundle, but you don't save any money doing the bundle. They're $48 for the 6 of them, so it's the same if you buy, 7 for $40, 6 for $32. And I try to not buy the collection to be a collector to just get what I want, but something about this collection just really drew me in. I was super excited about it. I was sad that I missed out on Black Friday. So we'll see. I did watch Angelica's Swatch Fest that came out last week, and she was saying about these that like you don't need to have all of them. And yeah, so we'll find out. But I will say that my first impression in person, I don't know if it's going to show up so well here. Actually, let me dim the light already. Because I think under the bright lights, these 6 look really similar, but in lower lighting, you could really see the differences more. So we'll see. When I wanted to order on Black Friday, I think I wanted to get 2 of them. One of the gold ones, I can't remember which one, and Lucent Ray, which is this purpley one. I'm kind of the least excited for this because I think when I look at it, if I'm not thinking purple in my head, it just looks like a plain silver. So we'll see if it looks more purple in the eye swatch or if it does just kind of come up as a silver. Because this collection was based on Moonlit, which was a silver that they came out with that I have, and I love the formula, so that made me want to get these also. So let's just dive in. I don't have anything on my eyelids. If I feel like I'm getting really sparkly or stainy or something, maybe I'll start doing a little concealer, but there's nothing on them right now. So the one I'm going to start with is called Pink Flare. Maybe I should take a picture of these before I swatch them. I haven't touched any of them. I just got them last night. Okay, I took a couple pictures. So back to it, Pink Flare. It just looks so pretty. I don't think I'm gonna have that many describing words for these. The thing that's so cool about Moonlit is like it's so kind of like thick that it really just comes up like metal. And my first impression for this is like exactly that. Oh my god. How is this possible? How do they make these? That's just so incredibly opaque. Wow. I feel like even this on the eye, it looks like a silvery shadow with like maybe like a little bit of a pink tinge. I wonder if the differences are less noticeable in the swatches maybe? But just like judging this one by itself, based on formula, first application, it's so pretty. It's so sparkly. This is not like a duochrome collection, as many of their shadows are, but like this formula speaks for itself. I kind of tried to group them together to compare similar ones. So the next one we're gonna do is called Fire Hunt, which I feel like is less of like a pinky base, a little bit more reddish. And when I say base even, I don't really mean base in the same way that I do when they have like a shift. The formula feels the same. Wow. I feel like this one looks a little bit more taupe on my eye. I'm not really seeing any like red like I kind of think of it as in the pan. But the formula is just like this one. So sparkly. Yeah, you could definitely tell the difference. You could definitely tell comparing them. This one's more brown. This one's more pink. Oh, and I feel like in this, like a base is kind of coming up a lot, which is interesting. I kind of feel it right now, like these are the closest that I have in my pressed shadow collection to glitters. So yeah, Pink Flare, Fire Hunt. Those did feel a little bit messy to wipe off, I feel like I smeared glitter all over my face, but most of the time I'm not going to be like putting it on and then wiping it off and then continuing with my day, so that doesn't really bother me. I also feel like maybe that stained my lid a little bit, or maybe it's just a little bit pink from using the makeup wipe. The next one we're going to talk about is Air Glow, and this one's very much a gold. They've really mastered this formula. It feels exactly the same in all of these so far. I really like this one. I think the interesting thing about some of the like slightly colory ones is like, do you wear them with a neutral look? Are they colorful enough to go with like, to put the pink one with a pink look, you know? I just feel like this color suits this formula really well. But also in a way, it's less unique, because I feel like within my pink shadows, I don't have like a super chromy kind of pink like that first one. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just talking, but I like all of them so far. The next one's called Moonbeam. It looks pretty similar to Air Glow, but I think this one looks a little bit more like an antique gold, a little bit more green to it. This one feels a little bit more flaky. Yeah, I think this one was the messiest that we've used so far. It's definitely like flaky in a way that's not like all holding on to my eyelid. I think I'll just have to remember to use this one in like a little bit more of a controlled manner. It looks really pretty. I feel like a little bit of mess is like worth it for this kind of payoff, but that is interesting. Holding together in the pan, just messy on my eyeball, but really pretty. I like the color too. The glitter on my face is is undeniable at this point, but we will persevere. My eyelids are also kind of screaming already. Sometimes they're just like a little bitch, and today's one of those days. The next one is called Earthshine. It's more of like a teal, and I feel like in the pan, this is one that kind of has like the most color to it. I think someone described this one as being more flaky. I feel like I remember that, because I have been kind of watching some videos about them, just being excited. Okay, yeah, this is definitely more of like a loose one, a little bit more flaky, but I think this color is awesome. I think this one is very unique. I really like that. I feel like it looks like underneath a tropical sea, like snorkeling in Hawaii. Yeah, I'm excited to have this one. I feel like this too, with like kind of like a reddish matte look, that would look really cool. Ooh, like reddish under the eye. Ooh, I'm excited for this one a lot. And this is one that in the product pictures, I'd say was probably pretty low on my list of what I was excited about. So it's funny that trying it on, I'm gung-ho, I'm all aboard for this one. And then the final one is, or the final Moonscape shadow, because we still have a couple other shadows that I got. The final Moonscape shadow is Lucent Ray. And this is the one I mentioned before. It was what I wanted the most when they were teasing their Black Friday releases. I really like lavender shadows, so I thought this kind of fit right in for me. But I think they released on Thanksgiving and I was a little bit late for it. And this one was sold out, and then I was kind of like, screw it, I won't place an order then. But here we are. If I don't like this one, it makes me kind of happier that I purchased the whole collection. Because otherwise I would have just purchased this one, you know? Okay, I do like this one. I like this one, but I stand by the fact that if you don't think purple when you look at it, then it doesn't look like a purple. When I swatch these on my arm also, which I will do in a little while, I'm going to swatch Moonlit also, which was like the first version of this formula that they came out with. And that one's really kind of like a silver, like a little bit of a dark silver. But I want to see how this one looks next to it, because I feel like this might just be like a slightly lighter version of Moonlit. So yeah, it's pretty, but it's not my favorite. In fact, maybe it's my least favorite out of these, which isn't saying that much, because I think they're all really pretty. But like this one, I could see the vision, you know? And this one, I'm like, oh, it's a silver. And I have a nice silver because I have Moonlit, you know? My eyelids hurt so bad, and I can't believe I'm gonna have to do another wipe off during this. So they launched several different collections on Black Friday. I was really just interested in those couple Moonscapes. I was kind of interested in Fairy Fire, which we will talk about last. But the collection, I think it was like a Carnival Sweets collection, unless I'm getting the name confused. I feel like they've had collection names that are kind of similar in my mind. I think it's Carnival Sweets though. Those, based on their product pictures, I just wasn't interested in any of them. But once I started seeing people that I follow on Instagram get them and swatch them, two started standing out to me. The first one is Twinkle Toots. I just really like this tone of like bluish, teal, and light, and sparkly, but there's something not so like good girl about it. I don't really know how to describe the vision that I have in my head, but I was just really excited by this color. Looking at it, I think it does look kind of similar to Earthshine, but Earthshine does have that like silvery metallic quality to it that this one doesn't. So yeah, let's pop this one on. I think those Moonscapes had like a really unique feel to them. This one doesn't feel as thick as those, but it feels like a normal Devinah shadow does. Okay, that's pretty. It reminds me of Lucy shadows that I've tried before and hated, but like done right. I like how glowy it is and how sparkly it is. I also think I might like this one as an inner corner. I think it's like light enough, but also colorful enough to really pop there. And I love this kind of shade in my inner corner. The next one I was less excited about than I was for this one. It's called Rain Tarts. It looks like a bluish that kind of shifts to lavender. It also looks like it might be more subtle than this one is. Let's try her out. Yeah, it feels like a little bit more sheer. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm really into this one. It's way more purple than I thought it was going to be. I just love when I find these shades that really just like stand out. I think this is also going to make such a pretty inner corner shade. And also just personal preference, I like when the pans look a little bit more pigmented, because when I have those iridescent shades and they all look white in the pan, it kind of just takes more mental work to remember what they are and which one that you want to use. But I'm really excited for this one. I like that a lot. Yeah, these are both really pretty. Okay, I have one left, and I did put down my Anastasia primer for this one because I think it'll soothe my really sad eyelashes a little bit. Oh, I think I got it in my hair also. Okay. And also I want to leave this last one on for my makeup today. So this one I'm really excited about. I feel like every time I open up Instagram, I just see someone like in awe of this shade and I don't mind it. It's called Fairy Fire. I think this might have been the first one they teased from their Black Friday releases, and I wanted it, but then I was like, do I need it? But kind of the more I've been looking at it, the more I'm like, yeah, I think I do. And with Devinah also, this is one of their $17 shades. It's a multi-chrome. I think you get your money's worth for these multi-chromes that they have. Also, again, personal preference, I like that it's this kind of like yellowy blue in the pan, and it's not just like a white iridescent pan, you know? So yeah, this one gets a special treatment, and it's gonna go on both of my eyes. Okay, it feels like they're normal Devinah shadows. That's really pretty though. I really like this green glow that it has. I think it's going to be in different lighting and maybe on different bases that is like really going to show its full potential. But I do like how it looks. Let's put the light down a little bit. Yeah, I think that helps also. I think the fact that it's like this yellowy base and not a white base also will make it a really good shadow for me to just wear on its own. Because it's almost the kind of shadow that like blends in with my skin tone. Like you can't tell that I have anything right there, but then you see it when it hits the light. Okay, I'm really excited for this. I'm gonna build a look around this and we'll be right back. I really like it. I think looking at Fairy Fire in the other light too, I like it even more. I think in this light, it's just making the whole thing look glowy green, which is really pretty. But I think it's prettier when it kind of like catches the light at certain times. And that's how it would look in a more natural setting. And I think that's really cool. So I'm definitely excited to wear this as like an all over my lid kind of thing. So I just put a couple transition colors in my transition. On my lower lash line, I have Sydney Grace, Meadow, and Terra Moon's Fourth Dimension. And my inner corner is Sydney Grace Green Mist. So let's get into swatching these. Okay, I'm just gonna do arm swatches in order. So we have pink, or should I do? I almost want to rank the Moonbeams, but I don't know if I'm prepared to do that yet. We'll do a loose ranking. Why not? I'm gonna say my favorite was Earthshine. I'm a little bit surprised, but I was just really into it and I just love that it has more color to it. So here's Earthshine. Really pretty. I don't know, my ones after this, I feel like my ranking in between my first one and my last one is definitely subject to change. But I'm gonna say for right now, Fire Hunt is number 2, which is also interesting because I think this is one that I was least excited about. But I just love that like taupiness to it. I think it looks really pretty. So there's Fire Hunt. I think I'm gonna put Pink Flare as number 3. Just because I like the pinkiness of it and I like how unique it is. That looks really like pow in the swatches. I can't remember if I had a favorite between the 2 gold ones, so we'll just swatch them next to each other. We had Moonbeam first, and then Airglow. So here's Moonbeam and Airglow. I probably like Airglow a little bit more, but they're both pretty. And then my bottom is going to be Lucent Ray, which was the lavender that I just don't think is lavender enough to be a lavender. Pretty also. The formula of all of them really is great. I also wouldn't necessarily agree with like this, they're so similar you only need one, because I think there are clear differences between these. It's just a matter if you like this sparkly formula enough to want to add one or any or all of them to your collection. But I'd say for me, definitely like the first, I don't know. The first 2, definitely. I think this one also. And maybe I could do with like one of these gold ones. You know, I'd probably, yeah, maybe like these 3 and this one I would pick. For the comparison, I went to swatch Moonlit, which is like their original shadow from this formula. I got this one maybe like a year ago or over a year ago. I think over a year ago. And it's really pretty. Yeah, I think Moonlit and Lucent Ray are really similar. Lucent Ray is just like a little bit more purple. Yeah, I don't think you need both of those because I think on the eyes, they're gonna come up really similar. Okay, and then for fun, let's swatch the rest. This was Twinkle Toots and Rain Tarts. Really excited to use those more. Twinkle Toots, Rain Tarts. I love the tones of those, really pretty. And finally, the one that I have all over my lid, Fairy Fire. Really pretty. What a beautiful hand of swatches. I'm really happy with this purchase. I also didn't mention yet just a couple like logistic things about ordering. They have a bunch of coupon codes. The one I used was Amy Loves, which is Amy Loves Makeup, Amy Loves Beauty, her code, but I know a lot of creators have them. And I didn't get Fairy Fire with a discount, but it did take a discount on everything else. And I paid, I think before shipping, it was like $68 for all of these shadows. They also came really quick. I know Devinah's a small brand and, you know, a lot of the times things you order on pre-order, and I was wondering if that was the case here, but I ordered on the 18th and it was delivered to me on the 26th, so really quick in my book. So yeah, I'm really excited to have all these in my collection. I'm happy I was able to swatch them all in my eyes. I hope it provided some good information to anyone else who was considering these or just wanted to see some sparkly goodness for a little while. If you liked this, please give me a like, subscribe, it means a lot to me, and there's always more indie makeup content on the way. And that's everything for today. Bye.